Two of my absolute favorite drawers in this junk journal cabinet are definitely both of these, where I store my snippets. This is a really deep and passionate and intense love between these drawers and myself. But this condition here and this chaos here is absolutely unacceptable. So today I would like to change that, and I would like to come from this to this. So if you would like to follow me on this journey of bringing a little bit more, some kind of a system into these drawers, then you are warmly invited. And perhaps you would like to take this idea and do something like this for one of your own drawers in your craft room. Hi there, this is Luise Heinzel. I have a bit of respect for this project because the first thing I need to do is I need to take this and empty this, and that will create a little hotspot here in my room. That is going to freak my freak a little bit because I don't like hotspots, but it is necessary to follow the plan I have with these drawers. So let's take these and empty them. Oh no. Hotspot deluxe. So let's try this. Let's try to make some compartments for this drawer with the help of such a cardboard material. This is pretty sturdy. This is, I would say, 4 millimeters or so thick. And I want to use this to make the compartments for this drawer. Before I do this, I would like to mention two things. First, I'm not a professional drawer compartment maker. I rarely do these kind of handmade boxes. I have made something from the same material for my stencils, which is this little thing here. This is made with exactly the same thoughts, with exactly the same material. It looks a little different because I have decoupaged it with some book pages, and then I have added some mediums here to make it look really vintage and old. And, I wanted that it doesn't look like cardboard anymore. But this, and that is the second thing I want to mention, this is standing like freely there in a little parking slot on my table. So that means this is not included or like embedded in a drawer. That means if this is a little bit wonky, it doesn't really matter because this doesn't have to fit into a drawer. And the problem with the challenge, let's call it like that. I don't want to call it a problem, but the challenge with this drawer is that this is a really old drawer. And I'm assuming that the angles here are not 100% 90 degrees. So it can be that this thing is a little wonky. And that means that I need this as a reference to make my compartments. So if you want to try this at home, then make sure that you have your drawer where you want to put the compartments in at hand and that you measure everything with the help of the drawer. If you have perhaps a new one, like furniture from IKEA or so, then this problem might be completely irrelevant for you. But in my case, I need to have this on my desk to find exactly the right angles so that everything fits in here later. I already experienced a massive problem during recording my German video. I have 2 of these drawers and I have already made the compartments for my other drawer for my German video. So if you want to see how this was done, then you can watch the German video. But I will also put like a speed up version of that video footage into this video while explaining what happened here. Because I thought that could be relevant for you as well. I mean, you can make your own mistakes. You don't have to make mine. So that's the reason why I tell you that and why I would like to quickly talk about what happened here and why I then changed my mind about the fact that I can't take the compartments out anymore. So the thing is, for one of my drawers, I have like bigger things, like bigger snippets, also made from thicker materials like cardboard. I also have some decorated bottle caps in here, some tiles which are made from clay. So all of these materials and things which can't get destroyed really easily compared to paper snippets. And I also want to make these drawers different, not only regarding to what they contain, but also regarding to the construction of the compartments. I had the problem that when I constructed these compartments, that I then suddenly realized that I can't take them out anymore so easily. So I decided to make only one big thing with a total of 5 of these little compartments, and instead of making 2, because in the beginning I thought I make 2 separate things which I can then take out and take to my desk to then grab the things I want to take from these compartments. But during the process of making this, I realized that my things here are a little bit too tight in the drawer. So I decided to change my mind and to make it that it stays permanently in the drawer. But this one here, which I made in the German video, is for those like more rough snippets like metal, plastic, clay, and so on, where I don't feel the need to take this out and take that to my desk, compared to my paper snippets, which I want to take out in such a little box and take the whole thing to my desk to have then everything at hand which I want to use. I don't know if that makes sense, but it changes the way I want to make the compartments for this second drawer. And to be honest, I'm a little bit scared because I think I need to put a little bit more thinking and effort into this to make this work. So the plan is, I want to take this, and I already figured out that this is DIN A4, fits perfectly in here lengthwise, so that only a tiny little bit of room is there. Can you see? It wiggles only a little bit. For the other drawer, I thought I can just take a second piece and put that into this slot here. Can you see? It's just in this slot. And I thought that is then big enough because it still wiggles a little bit compared to if I would take this and glue that on the cardboard instead of, there's a difference in size then. If I would glue it like so, like on the cardboard, of course, lined up with the edge here, or if I take this and I take this and glue that against this, that is obviously a difference. And it's exactly these 4 millimeters difference in size, which the cardboard is thick. So here I need to do this a little differently, / I need to make a little trick, and I want to figure that trick out together with you. So the plan is to make 2 different levels of compartments here compared to the other drawer where there's only 1 level. Yeah, so I want to have a big thing on the bottom, which is approximately half of the height of the drawer, with several compartments. And then I want to make, and that shall stay in the drawer. And then I want to make separate compartments, little boxes, which can sit on top of that first level as a second level, if that makes sense. So the first thing I need is I need a second of these to be able to fill this space here. To measure this, I just take the second piece here and I put this here to the corner so that it sits in there like it will be in the end. I take this, put it on top, push that to that corner so that I can here see where I need to cut. And to double check that, and because the drawer could be wonky, I do it in the opposite direction as well and make a little mark here. Now I will go to my big guillotine trimmer to trim this off. So here I'm back. Let's see if that fits. Oh yes, that fits perfectly. So then next we need to decide how high this first thing shall be. And when I was at my paper trimmer, I found these, which I had cut off from other pieces. And if you know me, you know that I'm a friend of using what we have and, you know, using up what we have. So I'm thinking if this is already high enough, and I think it is, I think this is a really good measurement for the first thing height-wise. Because if I imagine that then there goes the second level on here, I think that is good. And what I also want to make sure is, and that is why I'm doing 2 levels, that I can grab the things in the compartments really easily. Please imagine you have something like this, which is obviously way higher. Yeah, so this is like as deep as my fingers are long. So that means I need to go in here with my hands to grab the things. And you know how difficult that can be when paper is laying on a surface and you need to, you know, take it off, especially with these tiny things. I mean, we are talking about snippets. And that is the reason why I don't want to have this so high, so that I have an easier access to the things in the compartments. And I think this is pretty good already. So yeah, let's then figure out the easiest way to do this. I am thinking I can take this as a reference for the height, cut more of these in the same width, and then just glue them around here so that I then already have my first compartment box thing here. So I will quickly figure out how many of these I will need to have enough for the whole thing here. Okay, so here I'm back with these. And before I attach them, I want to take these and attach these to each other. So that means I'm going to take some glue. This is bookbinder's glue. I will put a little bit of glue here. Let's just spread that. Then I can put these together, making sure that they are lined up really exactly here and here. And then I want to take some packaging tape. I wish I had this paper tape with which gets sticky when you spritz water. Do you know this kind of tape? But I don't have that anymore. I realized that I used all of that up. That would probably be the nicer solution, but since we don't see this later, because this is then upside down later, I think this is a good option. So let's take this and let's then put the glue here on this edge. Then I will put it here, line it up here with the corner. Then I will take another one of these. And now I need to think. Let's see if it works. So I mark this here where it needs to be cut off. And for the corners here, I have these tools. I bought them at Craftelier. These are meant for making boxes, and you can put different thicknesses of cardboard in here. So I need this biggest slot here to put that on here, and that works so that you know that you get a 90-degree angle there. I find these really helpful, but at the same time this gives me headaches because of the wonkiness of the drawer. But I'm hoping that when I do this whole thing will still fit into the drawer later. When I glue this, I make sure that everything is lined up really correctly, And I think these are made for the bottom ones, but that is not a really big difference. The others look like this, so that I find with these, where not this is, you can see better what you are doing. That's why I use these. But, you know, that makes not a big difference. So then you can just put them, oh, what happened here? On here. If you don't have these corners there, these tools, you could also take something which has a 90-degree angle, like a little box or whatever you might have, a little squared wood piece or whatever, and put that into the corner and then push the cardboard pieces against that. That works as well. But this is obviously really helpful when you want to save some time, because when you put that on there, you can just go on after the glue has grabbed here, and then, you know, you can attach the other pieces without the need of waiting for that to dry. So here I will also measure this and then cut this off, and then I will just glue the other pieces around here with the same method and also with the help of these. Okay, so then next I want to take my tape again, and I would like to go around with this tape on the outside to yeah, make this even sturdier. Where's the, oh no. Of course, you could also take some paper, just some, you know, scrapbooking paper or digital paper or whatever, and glue that around here. That would also be a possibility. Since I don't see this later, because it will sit in the drawer, I think this tape is a good solution because it is cheap. It sticks immediately. I don't have to wait for glue to dry. So this is good for me. But if you have something where you say, okay, I want to see the outside, or I want to take it out and then I want that it looks beautiful, then take paper or book pages or, you know, whatever you like. Let's take the drawer and let's see. The moment of truth, if this still fits in here. Yeah. Same problem like in the German video. First it looked like it fits in there with a little bit of wiggling room, and now it's like this. And I had exactly the same thing, oh no, in the German video, and that was why I decided to leave the compartments in the drawer without the possibility to take them out again. Here it's, you know, I have planned it on purpose that this will stay in there, but it requires that I can get it in, obviously. So let's turn it the other way around, perhaps that fits better. Problem is when I press it now and it stops in the middle, I can't get it out again. But here I can see it is standing out a little bit. I'm going to take my ideology hammer and try to just hammer this a little bit here. Okay. I try to get this in here by pushing it, you know, the same way, with the same, equally, I think is the right word, on the four sides, to make sure that it can't get diagonal into this thing. Otherwise, I think I can't get it in there. But I think If we do this very carefully, this can work. So then, whew, I think I will do 5 compartments for this first floor here, because I have these pieces of cardboard. They are exactly half of this big one I've used for the bottom. And these are pre-cut. That means my paper trimmer can't give me trouble with cutting these. That makes it perhaps, hopefully, easier to handle. And I want 2 of these here. I mean, we can always divide them then later, yeah, but the base size shall be like so. And then I want to have a bigger one here, also probably divided. But that means we will have 3 compartments under both of these and 2 here. So that is then 5 in total, and exactly the same thing like I did for the other drawer in my other video. And I think that makes my perfectionism also happy. So that means first we need to cut 2 pieces for here, and I cut 2 and put them next to each other, because then these can sit on here without, like, you know, wiggling around. So I take this and I measure how long and how high this needs to be. Then I use that as a template for the other one, and I cut 2 of those. So here I'm back. Let's see first without glue if this will fit in here. Yes, that works. So then we can take this out. And now I want to make sure that this here sits exactly at this edge and the other one on the other side of the edge. Because then, hopefully, oh no, someone is calling me. Oh no. Block, hello? Hello? Okay, that obviously was a fake call. So then I'm going to take the second piece, and I will also put some glue here so that there can't come a slot between this and this. So then next we are going to need the dividers for here. So here we go. This should fit in here now. So then let's measure where they need to go, and let's then glue them in. Oh no. Oh no, no. No. Oh no. Okay. Oh. See? What the heck? Why is this not the same? It's 30 centimeters, like so. Well, but that doesn't matter. It's okay. First I thought I want to make them the same size, but that really doesn't matter, since the things which will go in these compartments are also changing, because, you know, you use some of these up and then something else goes in there. Such a snippet drawer always changes its what it contains, the content then probably. Okay, so then I think we can eyeball this, because I can also see that this is not really straight because of my weird measuring with bending the ruler. So then I'm going to let this dry really well, and while that dries we can work on the second floor. So that means we're going to take 2 of these first. I think that is the easiest way to handle this thing. And here, these I want to take out, no matter what's going to happen here, no matter which catastrophes will come. I want that I can take these out. So even if here is a pretty big slot where we could think that we could take one of these pieces and put it here against here, like we've done it here, I don't want to do that. I want to, rather live with the slot here than having the danger that I can't take this out. I want to have enough room here. So that means I will cut the sides so that I can put them on this piece and not against the edge here. And I think then this should be pretty easy. We only need to figure out how high this shall be. And I want to have this lined up with the edge of the drawer. So I think I will measure this here because I can see it then better. And you will not see my head in the camera then. So I put this on here. And then I make a line here where the edge of the drawer is, and then I will cut this, and I will then also cut the others, and then we can glue that together. I don't want to leave it like it is here in this gray color, but I have this brown, it's called vintage paint. It's an acrylic, like chalk paint or so, from a store called Action, but I think you can use whatever you want to paint something like this. The glue is not completely dry yet, but I think dry enough to check if this works. Do you know what? I also just think, do I really want a third thing here, or do I want this that I can do it like so, so that this can just slide to the back, so that I have the possibility to take things from here, so that not the complete level is covered. Yes, I think that is a good idea. Because then I can open the drawer while this is here. I can then open the drawer, take the things from here. I can take these out, and I can also, pull it more out so that I have access to these. And if I don't want to take the whole thing out, I can just push these back and I can take the things from here. That is perfect. So everything is dry. That means we can now take all of our snippets. This is not all, but everything which fits into 2 of my hands. I mean, how many hands do you have? You know what I mean. So I want to take this and now put that into my little compartments here in some kind of an order so that not everything is so chaotic anymore. Oh, how is it possible to have so many snippets? I mean, what the heck? But now I think I'm really happy. For these, I need to do some fuzzy cutting and some inking. But yeah, I think this is really, really good. So I have tried to categorize these a little bit. I have here some things from my own printables from my shop, also some other things where, you know, where this fits really well. In here I have my really tiny and special snippets where I don't have so much. Also, you know, did I just say that I have a lot of snippets? Well, it makes sense anyway. In here there are, you know, really special pieces like these, for example, which are original labels from my cabinet where these drawers will go in. And also some things I got in Happy Mails, you know, these tiny special things. Then here are some tiles I made from clay. Here's everything round. Here there's everything transparent and quotes, which are stickers. Then I have some tiny dangles here, but I think these will go somewhere else because in my cabinet I also have a drawer dedicated to tassels and dangles and that stuff. So I think these will move out here so that then my paper clips, which are now here, can go here. And what the heck? Okay, this was hidden there. Yeah, so here there are some vintage photo corners. I hope that that is the right word. Then here I have everything botanical, also stamped things. For example, these little guys here I've stamped with the Field Notes stamp set by Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous. Here are some snippets I cut from packages. These are, for example, cut from guitar string packages. Here is everything whole reinforcement-ish. And these cool number stickers here, I thought that fits well together better than the reinforcements would fit here. First I had them here, perhaps you have seen that in the speed up thing here. And these are really weird stickers I have for a very long time. I put these all in here because I want to use them up as soon as possible. I also found a ton of, don't throw them in there, a ton of these labels which don't belong to my snippets at all. So that means they will go in a second into another drawer in my cabinet, which is dedicated only to labels. These I also found in here. They went in here accidentally. These will go into my die cut drawer. And then I also found some postage stamps, which also don't belong in here because I have a drawer for postage stamps. So yeah, that's it. That means everything is now nice and organized. So that also means that we can take these and put them on here, either like so or like so, and then this whole thing can go back into the cabinet. Well, when it's closed, it looks exactly the same like in the beginning, but ta-da! Oh my goodness, this is so cool. When I think about how much I struggled, then I really can't believe why, because it, in my eyes, was totally worth all of the effort. I have spent approximately 2 days to make this whole thing, to make both of my videos, this video and the German one, but not because this whole thing took me so long, but because of the breaks I made in between and struggling with the things. I'm really happy that especially this drawer here didn't turn out like it was planned, and that this is here now in permanently compared to this one, because that gives me way more possibilities to handle this and to use this. And you know, a snippet drawer is something which is in a constantly changing condition or so, because when this is empty one day, then I will fill it up probably with other things, because for example this here is something I have only, you know, one of each or two of each, and when this is empty I don't have the possibility to fill it up with the same things. And because of that, because of this change, that is really good that I can have this in such a flexible way. And yeah, to take these out is really handy. And I just realized that this little edge here on my cabinet is really good, because I can still put this here without the danger that it can fall off. To be honest, when I bought this cabinet, I first was a little bothered by this edge, because I thought, why do I need this edge? But this is so helpful, because now look, I can put this here. So perhaps if you want to change something in your craft room, or you consider buying a new cabinet, perhaps you want to have this in mind, that you have a little space where you can put something, because when I put this here, I have a good overview over the rest of the drawer here, and I find that really helpful. So I'm really hoping that this could give you some inspiration. I'm really hoping that you will not struggle with this as much as I did. Please make your own mistakes. Don't repeat mine. And I wish you a very, very great and creative day. And hopefully we will see you the next time. Bye bye.